Hello, Sagittarius, my friends. Are you ready for a reading? Let's get started. So, this is blind spot week. I just find there's kind of interesting, deep messages, though. So let's see where it goes, huh? Let's see where it goes, Sag. We're going to start with the Key deck, like we did last week. She who what? She who becomes. I'm just realizing I didn't put my glasses on. They're in the other room. I'm okay, I can do this. She who becomes, Eterna, metamorphosis, transcend journey. Wow. Okay, here you go. So I get fascinated. I'm sorry, I need to share, don't I? This is for you. It's not for me. What is the underlying? Ooh, she who stands, Valencia, resolute, implacable, and determined. So that's kind of your underlying energy here. Really determined. Maybe no budging at all on something. But yet, you're becoming something new here. I kind of get this impression like, you know, with these two cards, where they sit. I mean, this is underlying, and this is kind of the active energy with Eterna. It's a little bit like something is triggering you to kind of go on a different journey here. Changing your perspective, changing your approach to where you want to go. And you're really, it feels like there's a little bit of push and shove from some sort of outside sources about how you do that. And it's not necessarily like outside sources are trying to control what you want to do or where you want to go. It just feels like circumstances and situations might be trying to guide you in a certain direction, but you're not. I know you're like really resolute on this. You're not budging from this. This is your hatching out. This is your metamorphosis. You're not letting anything or anyone or any energy kind of change you or direct you where you want to go. That's interesting. We'll see where this goes. That's just the impression I'm getting from that. Let's pull out more cards. The only thing that worries me with that is sometimes, you know, the universe has a plan, and it's always got a bigger plan than what we have. So, let's see. If you're steadfast on your plan, the universe might want to take you where you want to go. It want to take you there in a healthier way, or a faster way, or more beneficial way. But, you know, sometimes we just have it in our head, no, this is how it needs to be. So this is how it's going to be. So what else do we have for Sagittarius? What do we got here? Ooh, wow. Yeah, there's something going on here. Something is going on, Sag. Okay, the first one that came out is Dragon. Is the Dragon. This is a very, yeah, the universe is trying to do something with you here. And then we have Firefly. And we have the Beaver. There's so many cards that came out. Okay, the Vulture. The Wolf. And then followed by the Cobra. This to me feels it's just like you. This is like Sagittarius. It's a fire energy. And it's just like, yeah, it's kind of mimicking the energy of Valencia here. Like very determined about what it is that I want, where I'm going, how I'm going to do it. And you do have some very determined energy here. Because the Wolf is also like alpha male. It's a little bit to me like the Emperor. The Cobra, I want to say, is, it reminds me of like the King of Wands kind of energy. So your energy is really coming out at the end of this pile, but there's something else going on here. Because you got the Dragon, the Firefly, the Beaver, and the Vulture. That feels like the universe working on something here for you. It is some sort of new beginning with the Firefly, and there's a lot of work. I want to say almost behind the scenes that you're not aware of. You know, situations and circumstances are playing out in other people's lives in other places that can end up having an effect on your journey. And the universe is trying to guide you there. Now, I don't feel like you're resisting, but you're pretty determined that it should go a certain way here. What's at the bottom? Oh, wow. The black egg is at the bottom. That is like a really deep inner truth from within. Wow, I think it's kind of cool that the moth is upside down under it. The moth to me can kind of represent like devil energy or some sort of bad habit or way of thinking or behaving that's repetitive, that's not really, you're just kind of trapped in that and you don't know how to get out of it. I've done that so long, now what do I do? How do I stop myself from doing it? So then you have to almost like, is it 22 days it takes to learn a new habit or break a habit or something like that? And then so you have to like force yourself to change, you know, mentally, consciously, every time for 22 days to try to change that. And then once you've done that, then it becomes a habit. It's kind of, you know, you've worn a new path for yourself. So with this beaver and this vulture, there's something like the universe is trying to clean things out. It's trying to correct, sweep out, dust out, shake out any energy from something of the past that might be connected to your future. And so that could be like, let's say it's a new job. So any preconceptions you had about a work environment, about collaborating with other people, about what your boss would be like, or if you're a boss, what the people working under you would be like. It's leaving that all, it's trying to leave that all behind. It's trying to at least utilize and claim the experience of that, but not to project it to where you're going, right? Because it's a new place, it's a different place. So don't expect that, because that's really important. Otherwise, you may project what you're coming from. If you're leaving a situation you didn't like, and then you're going to a new one, you want it to be what it is, not something that you're projecting from the past. So that's kind of, you know, like how that vulture energy can work for us, or try to. But you're really resolute here with this wolf energy and this cobra. The wolf is being shown as earth energy. You could say it's a little bit Taurus-like. Maybe it's a little bit Taurus-like because it's pretty, little Hierophant Emperor energy. And then this King of Wands. And you really have your eyes set on it. It's almost like a stare down. Look at this. It's like a stare down between you and God. I can tell you right now who's going to win. No, you might think, okay, it is. Like, look at these cards. This is like the universe speaking here, trying to do these things. And this is the energy that I feel like the universe is speaking to you through with this. Oh, wrong order. Sorry, I had to mix that up. So this firefly is a spark of a new beginning. It is new light. It is something great. It is a much higher vibrational energy than something else in a similar situation that you were in. Could be a relationship, could be a job, could be a place where you live, could be going to a better place to eat on Saturday. I don't know. But it's better, and there's a lot of work with this beaver card, night and day here. The universe is working night and day for you on this. And they're trying to clear things out. But there's a little bit of, I don't know, maybe you feel like it should happen faster than it's happening. With these two, like you are really, you know, anticipating this. And this is your truth. This is your truth. You've put away some sort of energy from the past that wasn't serving you, that wasn't benefiting your higher good. And your inner truth is trying to come out here, but it feels like it's just a little bit of resistance. So let's see what the fairies have to say. Just like a little bit of resistance here. You want it to go a certain way. What do the fairies have to tell Sagittarius? What do the fairies have to tell Sagittarius? The fairies have to tell Sagittarius. You guys having a good week? I pre-recorded this. Oh. because it's March break right now. So I recorded this the week before so that I could spend time with my son and do March break stuff. The Singer of Transfiguration. Gosh, both these cards. And then, oh, I don't know what that says. This is such a fancy cursive. It just, I don't know if it's an M or an A or an N or Mickle a Muckle. Maybe it's Mickle a Muckle. Singer of Transfiguration. These are really good cards. From what I get, my interpretation of the artwork and the feeling that is coming out with these cards, it's definitely like, it's like Phoenix. This is like Phoenix energy coming out of the ashes. There's a rebirth here. You've got it. This is it, right? But you're resolute about how this happens. You're very determined. So the Singer of Transfiguration, and it, you know, being number 1-1, you know, you've got your divine angel energy there. So the universe is working with you on this. Maybe it feels like it's not, because it's just not unfolding the way you thought it would. It's just not unfolding the way you thought it would, the way you kind of planned that it would. Well, you know what that's saying? While we're busy making plans, no. How does that go? We're busy making plans. No, when we're living, I don't know. Life happens when we're busy making plans or something like that. You know what I'm trying to say? I totally lost that phrase. But it doesn't matter what you plan. The universe often has something else in mind for you. And I don't feel like the universe has something completely different from what you want. It's how you get there. It's almost like the path. You're pretty determined that it needs to go this way. It needs to go this way. And maybe it's very direct, your path, what you're thinking. I think most of us think that. That's what we want. We want what we want now, right? So your path, you want to go this way. But you see, the universe is thinking, you know, I think the best thing for Sagittarius to get there is to go down this way, over the bridge, past the troll, around the rock, through the forest, down the marsh, and then they can get there. Because the universe is thinking, you know, if Sagittarius takes that route, they're going to learn a lot more about themselves, and they're going to be more prepared when they get to that destination. They're going to actually receive it so much better than if they just got there real quick. Because it's happening. This little guy, I don't even know what the book means, but I see him with this like acorn cap on his head. He reminds me of like a little seedling, like a little acorn that's fallen from a big mighty oak. And he's, you know, he's kind of hatched out here, and he's a little mischievous. Looks like a kid that I know that is full of, yeah, always getting into it. And this is kind of that energy, and I think you're harnessing it a bit, this is the funny thing. This is like this very divine, let's guide Sagittarius down the path that, you know, can really help them grow and expand. So when they get to what it is that they want to achieve here, what their destiny is, they will really open up to it, and it'll be great. Oh, I don't know. I think I know how I want to do this, and no one's going to stop me from doing that. Because he has a little acorn cap on his head. It's like he just hatched out, right? When a little seedling comes out, the cap breaks off, and he's still kind of wearing it, so it's still kind of fresh. So it's as if you've kind of come into this rebirth. It's still pretty fresh. And where are you going? Because when you rebirth, you're not necessarily at the destination. You're where you were in the past, but you're something new. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I've never thought of it that way. If you think about the butterfly, think about the monarch. So the caterpillar spends all that time eating the leaves from the milkweed plant. So its life is on milkweed. Its whole life has been on milkweed. And they do seem to make their chrysalis on the milkweed too, because there's a whole patch of milkweed along the road near where my folks live. And in the summer we watch them. Like in the early summer we see, actually it's usually just the eggs. We see the clumps of the eggs on the milkweed. So you can see the whole cycle of life for the monarch on these patches of milkweed that the town used to come and chop down, but they stopped doing that. Someone finally told them, duh. So they're there on the milkweed, and then they start off as a little tiny caterpillar. The milkweed is the only thing they've ever known. They were born into it. That's all they've ever known. And they're eating that, and then they get really fat and juicy, you know? And it's time. This is as far as I can go at this stage of life. This is as big as I can get. I need to change. I need to do something. Oh, I feel like I should make a chrysalis around myself. I'm going to make a chrysalis and I'm going to stay in here and my body's going to get all liquefied and I'm going to come out this amazing, I don't know what it's going to be, but let's just see what happens. My instinct is telling me I need to do this. So that's what they do. And then they hatch out and then, ooh, look at, wow, this is amazing. I have these beautiful antennae, these lovely wings. I could fly, but first, before you fly, you got to stretch and exercise those wings, right? I think they fill them up with blood, like, right? That would make sense. They have to be fed with oxygen and blood, the wings, so they fill them up, stretch them out, and they dry. But where are they? They're still in the milkweed forest, right? So it's as if you've hatched out, you have this new awareness of yourself. And I feel like it's kind of changed your awareness of everything else, because now you're looking at the milkweed forest and thinking, wow, this is where I lived. Because now you can get a different perspective and you can really see there is an actual forest over there. There's a field full of flowers and nectar, because that's what you need now. You can't eat milkweed. You need to leave the forest. But you seem to want to get there, you know, your way. And I'm just a little worried about that. Because maybe your way, maybe there's a lot of birds and they're going to, you know, I think for the most part, the monarch is protected because it's poisonous from eating the milkweed. But there's always that bird that hasn't learned that lesson yet. It might not eat you whole, but it'll kill you and you're dead. You know? So, you know, that's it. The universe kind of wants to take you a different way to get to those flowers. I feel like the universe, you guys, you want the same thing. The universe wants this for you, but you're feeling a little mischievous here now. This mischief can get you in trouble. I've seen this kid get into a lot of trouble. Kid that this is reminding me of. I've seen him get into a lot of trouble. One day he's going to get it figured out. I know he would, because I was one of those too once. It's hard. It's hard being a little fire sign, isn't it? You want what you want when you want it. But the thing is, I think it's also one of the most powerful energies, being a fire sign, because once you can kind of start to control and harness that, you know, it's almost like a rocket ship. It's deadly and lethal if something goes wrong and it doesn't, you know, it's not working right. It could just end up exploding, you know, and everybody dies and it's a big mess. But if it's, you know, if it's controlled and there's, you know, obviously knowledge and experience behind creating this rocket ship so it doesn't, you know, leak and explode or cause a fire. It can go places where nothing else can go. So you can get there. It just feels a little bit like taming the determined, resolute energy that's existing around you with it. So I'm going to go into my little tarot deck. Let's just see where the universe is trying to take you here. Where's the universe trying to take Sagittarius? Okay, no, let's not. That's not the right question. Because it feels like, let's just say, it feels like the universe is trying to take you where you're trying to go. And that's going to be different for everyone because it's general reading. So let's ask, the big thing here is that the universe seems to be trying to take you on a different route than how you're going. So why? Why is the universe seeing our cards come out? They're trying to take you on a different route. Jeez. You know you get the right question when the answers come flying out. I don't think, did anything flip? No, I think everything just flew out. Yeah, everything just flew out. Oh. Wow. Yeah, you should do what the universe wants here. Okay, so the first card that came out is the Ace of Cups. Yes, your new beginning, your hatching out is leading you to a new beginning. Look at this, overflowing feelings and emotions, wanting to dive into this new. And it's probably based on love. It's very divinely guided. It's got this beautiful little dove coming down. Now, this is the story. You see, now we have the Four of Cups. Okay, there might be some disappointment along the way. There might be, or a missed opportunity. The first card that came out was this. So this is the main reason why the universe, the energies are trying to take you in the direction they are. And then this Four of Cups, this missed opportunity, But no, it doesn't feel like that because the cards on either side of it, I'll show you. You have that Ace of Cups. And then you have the 10 of Cups. Real happiness here. Happiness with others, fulfillment, clarity, warmth, joy, abundance. It's good. It's really good, right? It's really good. I don't feel like that 4 of Cups because what's on either side of it there is, you know, being sort of melancholy, missing opportunities, missing an offer, missing a gift. It feels like this is the universe is trying to present it to you. Yeah, because both of these are a hand holding it, right? Both of these are a hand holding it. So this is the part here that I know that you don't want to do. Being a fire sign myself. Although Sagittarius, I think you're a little more patient than Aries. I have a Sagittarius friend. I think you guys just like to travel and move around, but you do seem to be much more patient. Much more patient. My friend, actually, she's a Sagittarian and her husband is an Aries. His birthday is actually the same day as mine. He's a lot more stubborn than me, though. And the things she tells me, I think, how does she live with him? Oh my gosh. But she's really like, she's so mellow. She's so mellow. She's like, it's okay. So we have the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. There's a learning curve here. There's definitely a learning curve for you. If you go there too soon, you won't have the experience or the knowledge you need to sustain this. Maybe even to hit it at this mark. Really to hit it at that mark. This joyous, wonderful new beginning that grows and flourishes into something big. So yeah, there is some time needed here to learn about this new way of being, to learn what it's like to be a monarch butterfly and start flapping your wings. You know, when a really strong breeze comes, if you watch a butterfly, they don't try to flap it. They just, okay, here we go. It's just, I can't because I'm going to tatter my wings if I try to fight against that breeze. So I'm going to just kind of go where the breeze takes me. And the Knight of Pentacles, you know it's not fast energy. The Knight of Pentacles is not fast, but it is slow and steady. And it's the universe's way of saying, hey, this is really going to happen for you. And we want it to happen for you, but it needs a solid foundation. And we all know that a pentacle is a wonderful solid foundation. So that's why the universe wants you just to let it guide you a little bit. They would like you to guide. They would like to guide you now. I'm just looking at this wolf and this cobra, and they're making me nervous. I gotta say, you're making me nervous. So sitting here the whole time, looking at these two energies, just staring me down. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna ask some questions about your frame of mind. What is going on with wolf and cobra energy? It's very intense. Wolf and cobra energy. You want what you want when you want it. Okay, one card came out. Anything else? You know what you want. You got the sun. You know it. Don't you know it? You know that this happiness, this wish fulfillment is there. Just let the universe take you on a few little side trips. That's all. Just let the universe take you on a few little side trips. Oh yeah. Look at the bottom. I am looking at the bottom, but I want to pull more cards. I was just told to look at the bottom. The Knight of Cups is here. There's offers coming towards you. There's like really heartfelt, meaningful energy down the road for you. Absolutely. These are nice cards. The Black Egg is what I want to find out more about. The Black Egg. It kind of feels like maybe this journey itself hatches out a deeper truth in you, which propels you to this, right? We always think we know how to get here on our own. You know, we do have a fairly good idea. I think the people that know this the best are like this age, like 2 or 3 year old. I know what makes me happy. I'm going to do it today. This is what I'm doing. It's not going to focus. We know it is. A little kid on a horse. And people that are like 80, 90, 100 years old. Because they're reverting back, right? They're reverting back. They're just slower about it than a 2 or 3 year old. So the Black Egg, there's something that needs to hatch out of you on the journey to get to this sun and this wish fulfillment. What is this black egg all about? It's all about letting the universe take you down the river. That's what it is. Why is it not focusing? There we go. See, the Six of Swords. It's about going to a better place than where you are now. It's about releasing too, like releasing the grip and just seeing where it goes. Just seeing where it's going to take you. Try not to paddle upstream. So yeah, there's something in there for you, black egg. Look at the bottom. The Queen of Cups is at the bottom. Mutual love, feelings, emotions, deep, deep cups here. Lots of cup energy. It's like your fiery you is trying to force yourself into this cup, into these cups. The cups are there. They're not going anywhere. It's for you, it's not going anywhere, right? So just let the universe give you a little guidance if that's what you want to do. It's up to you completely. I have a feeling though, that, when we really force how and what we want, I don't think we actually get there sooner. It looks like it. Because it looks like, well, that's a direct path. That's how I'm going to get there. The universe is saying, no, you need to go this way and that way and that way and this way and this way and around and over here. Because once you do it that way, you've learned everything you need to learn to exist fully and abundantly at that destination. You can't even get to that destination until you're in that energy, and you can't get in that energy going this way. There's no shortcuts. Dang, there's no shortcuts, huh? So there you go. There you go, Sagittarius. Thank you guys. That was an interesting reading. And yeah, until next week, do be gentle with yourselves, guys. Bye.